Welcome everyone in the very first episode of our new column in ColorOS community. Myself Abhishek and I am the community admin and organizer of today's agenda. We have received so many requests from our fans that they want to know R&D people, they want to meet them and they want to ask about their work, their modules, etc. So we thought to organize an online meetup between R&D and ColorOS fans. In this first episode, we have Mr. Nitin Sethia from Camera R&D team and Mr. Sai Pawan, who is an old loyal fan of ColorOS. Mr. Sai Pawan will represent ColorOS fans and ask few questions to Mr. Nitin about his work, Oppo R&D, and camera technology. So I would like to welcome Mr. Nitin and Mr. Sai Pawan to start today's session. Now over to Sai Pawan.
Thank you, Abhishek sir, for giving me this wonderful opportunity to host this event. Hello, Mr. Nitin sir. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
This is Saipon. I'm a ColorOS fan since last 2 years. I'm really very happy and excited to interact with you for this very new column of ColorOS community. And in fact, I'm very proud to represent all ColorOS fans on their queries on the most below topic camera. Generally, ColorOS fans are very curious about how R&D works and how they give world-class camera phones. And we all have several questions regarding this. So I'll be asking you these questions today.
Yeah, sure. Hi, Sai Pawan. Nice to meet you too. And thanks for hosting this interaction on behalf of Oppo. And I'm really thankful to all ColorOS fans who give us inspiration to work beyond our boundaries to serve the customers. And it's really great to work here. And as you know, Oppo phones are better known for cameras. So I would like to answer all the queries from your sides. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Nitin sir, for your kind appreciation. So shall we start today's session?
Yeah, sure. Let's start.
Okay. Yeah, generally the first question comes to our mind is how engineers have developed the night mode or the ultra night mode. What is the process involved in it?
So, as the name suggests, night mode and ultra night mode, they give us a better picture during the dark scenes, basically, low light environment. So, our solution, we have several dependencies like we have camera sensor, camera application, and middle layers. So, we take data from sensors, put it in ISP, and modify this data and put a artificial intelligence based algorithm to capture in a low light. So in nutshell, yes, we do a lot of image processing to implement the night mode and ultra night mode. That's it.
Thank you. So from where do Oppo team got the inspiration for developing such camera modules?
Truly speaking, we got inspiration from fans like you. Yeah, and if you see the Oppo vision, the vision of our company is our extraordinary users enjoy the beauty of technology. So we are very user oriented. We work on real problems like you said, low light. So shooting low light and very low light, and we develop solution for the user problems.
Okay. So can we have any future plans of R&D team in improving camera performance?
Camera performance, we keep on improving. So there are some things that will come into new models, but yes, if you see from the history of camera performance, we keep on improving and giving new features, upgrades, and especially camera performance in the earlier days when camera was opening in 2 seconds and now fraction of milliseconds. In few milliseconds, camera starts. So basically the three major things that our camera quality we work on is like startup time, short to short time, shutter lag, yeah, and we keep on improving the performance.
Okay. So can we know where do the evolution of camera has started?
Yeah, camera started a long time back, but I will here focus on the digital cameras. A few months back, I published an article on LinkedIn about first patent in digital camera, and the first patent was filed in 1977 by Kodak, and it's where the things started. Soon the digital cameras are made, and then these digital cameras became compact in size and ported in cameras in early 2000s. So I started working in 2007 when there we were using VGA cameras, very low resolution cameras in our phones. Then even the smartphones came in 2009-10 are equipped with the 2 megapixel cameras, which were highest. Now the evolution is at 100 megapixel cameras and quad camera setup, and features like bokeh and night, ultra night shot. So camera evolved a lot in past decade basically. And I think the Steve Sampson in 1997, while filing first patent, have never imagined that camera will be so compact and there will be quad camera setup in mobile phones. Yeah.
Okay, sir, in the latest Reno 4 Pro, we have seen a new filter, which is AI color filter mode. So, what's the technology behind it? And we have some question from our fans that is it possible to introduce it in the previous devices too?
So I think this is a very good question because there are many components which depend upon hardware, and there are few components which depend on the software. So camera is it's not only a hardware. Camera is a software also, and the filter we introduced is based on artificial intelligence algorithms. So it's a software, but yes, the dependency on hardware is like the processing capability of the hardware for this artificial intelligence algorithm. So it is possible to add in few models, and there is some dependency of calculations in like the clock in few models. So yes, you can see this feature maybe in future in few more models.
Thank you. And a 48 MP camera can capture a picture of 188 megapixels. How come the optimization will be done in it?
So we have a like setup like there is a pixel and a pixel clock coming from hardware, and once our driver get the buffer from the hardware, we feed it to the image signal processor. So in our phone there is an application processor for all the application, but for camera there is a separate processor. We call it a image signal processor. And image signal processor, with the help of image signal processor, we upscale the image using the upscaling algorithms without losing the quality. So yes, it's based on the upscaling algorithms of ISP. Yes.
Okay, sir. So when comes the R&D team, how will the team work? Is it like whole team work on the same project, or it will be divided into teams?
We are agile team. If you heard about the agile, we have incremental changes, and we divided the team based on the horizontal expertise and vertical project distribution. It's a unique kind of agile team that we are working on, and the meaning from horizontal expertise is like the camera application, camera middleware framework, and camera driver. There are different horizontal expertise and a vertical project distribution as well based on these expertise. Yeah, like the camera application expert also work on some multiple models. So that's the model. Yes, Saipan.
Sir, what made you inspired to join the team, Oppo team, R&D team?
So yeah, it is a really interesting question, and when I received the offer from Oppo, the thing I see is the technology advancement made by Oppo. Oppo is known for its camera, and latest innovations from Oppo. It inspired me a lot to join Oppo. This is the main reason I joined Oppo, for its technical innovation in camera.
Well, that's a great work. So, sir, can we have any clues of new features coming into with the next version for our fans?
We have confidential products, and that products are revealed at correct time on a correct platform, and that I can say now. But definitely you will see much in advancement we are introducing AI and ML, artificial intelligence in our new features. So there will be advancement, but exact product I cannot reveal.
Okay, sir. So we have seen notched camera, shark fin camera, and different types of sliding mechanism cameras in Oppo phones specifically. So from where also we have seen the references for the in-display camera also. So from where the ideas came from?
So I already told you, like we are a user-centric company. So we actually solve actual user problems. If you see, initially there were phone with bezels and with front camera on top, but then we wanted to give more view space to users. While looking at his screen, there should be more space. Then came a notch phone, and we increased the screen to body ratio, and then came with a pop-up camera. It's the same thing that we want to give 100% screen to the user to view, and pop-up camera, punch hole, and notch are these types we discovered. So in display camera is a very hot and trending topic in tech media. Hopefully we will see it soon.
So we have heard about OIS. So basically how OIS works and what is the mechanism behind the ultra steady mode while capturing video?
OIS stand for optical image stabilization. So it is the property of our camera sensor to feel the jerk and give a stable output. And ultra steady mode worked on both OIS and EIS. EIS is electronic image stabilization, our software solution, where there is a OIS from the sensor. We take input from other sensors like gyro sensor and give a compensated output in ultra steady mode.
Okay, sir. So basically Oppo is meant for its innovations. We have seen many innovations so far from Oppo. So is there any problem faced by R&D team in making this possible?
Definitely, it's a R&D center, and especially our India R&D center focus on innovations. And I'm very happy to say that in last 1 year we have filed 50 plus camera patents from Oppo Hyderabad, and many more are planned. So these innovations come with the continuous improvement. We do a lot of brainstorming sessions, and we do great hard work. My team work very hard in developing these solutions.
So basically, how will be the environment in your work zone?
It's very healthy and nice work culture here. Oppo is, I can say, it's one of the best companies to work for. The model we follow, the processes we have, and we encourage each other to innovate. This is the best thing in Oppo.
So how ColorOS contributes in boosting the performance of camera?
If you see, the ColorOS is the topmost layer where our camera application resides. It interacts with the user. So our app's view model is the ColorOS, and all system calls generated from the same. So it's important for a good initialization. If my initialization is at correct time and the timing for calling all camera parameters are maintained, obviously the performance will be high. So ColorOS plays an important role in high performance of camera.
Okay, sir. We have seen many beautification filters in the camera module. So how does they work basically?
So if you see in beauty mode, there are many things: auto beauty and chin, eyes enlargement, scars removal. There are many things, and it of course, firstly we have a face, and it worked on that face detection. Plus, it's based on artificial intelligence and machine learning algorithms. So model is trained based on these and apply the beauty. So this is how it work. And apart from that, I will want to tell you one more thing about the beautification. Like, we also have a localization in this, because if you see, the same beauty parameter cannot be applied to an American and an Indian. Both have different skin tones. So our algorithm are apply the beauty regionally by detecting the picture. So this is how AI algorithm work.
Okay, sir. What are the measures taken by R&D team to compete with other brands in terms of camera module?
Truly speaking, it's not in our vision to compete. We don't want to compete with anyone. We exist to elevate life through technology, artistry. This is the vision from our CEO. So if we provide a better product, definitely our brand value will increase.
Okay, sir. Yeah. Sometimes we observe noise in images. How can we reduce them?
I don't think in auto capture we have a noise because while we develop, it go through a lot of image quality tunings, and we test that, develop that. We don't feel any noise in general. But yes, if you open the expert mode and you see so much noise, usually up to ISO 1000 it works well, but somehow we increase exposure and increase the ISO. But at that time, lowering the ISO number help in decreasing the noise in expert mode.
Okay, sir. So can we have some few tips for our current generation photographers?
We have many modes. You can enjoy filters. We are introducing new filters. And apart from that, those who know some professional photography, they can try our expert mode. With expert mode, you can capture some professional images like trail light, etc. Yeah.
So basically, digital zoom and optical zoom. What's the difference between them?
Digital zoom is based on our camera software, whereas optical zoom is a hardware capability of camera. In optical zoom, because if you see the camera structure, there is a lens inside camera and there is a film where the image is drawn. So normally in optical zoom, lens move to zoom the image, but in digital zoom, our software enlarge the image.
Okay, sir. So there is a dazzle color mode in camera. How it boosts the colors in the image, and how can it be differ from the super vivid mode which is previously seen in ColorOS 6?
Dazzle color is a AI-based enhancement. AI stands for artificial intelligence, where it automatically find a specific color pattern. We have a developed algorithms which enhance the color automatically. But in super vivid, it's a static color enhancement, like RGB based enhancement, and dazzle is artificial intelligence based enhancement.
Sir? So we have an equation. How will you justify this? More megapixel camera equals to more quality image.
I don't think it's always true. Megapixel play important role in quality, but it is not the only factor. There are other things like focal length, field of view, and the most important is pixel size. So apart from megapixel, also we do tuning, lot of tuning. So it's not only megapixel which act as a high quality image.
Thank you, sir. The questions are up actually. Thanks a lot for giving your valuable time and answering on our queries. This session was really an amazing experience for me, and I hope it will help our community fans.
Thanks, Saipon. I'm thankful to all our customers and ColorOS fans. It's a great discussion, and we are working on cutting edge technologies and improving our user experience of camera with AI. I hope our extraordinary users enjoy the beauty of technology. Stay safe in COVID. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nitin. Thanks, Saipon. And thanks everyone who participated in this event. We will try to have more such interactions in future between R&D members and our ColorOS fans. I'm sure that it will definitely help to make strong bridge between R&D and fans, which will in turn to more customer-centric products in future. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Abhishek. Thank you, everyone.